Hey everybody, XRose52 here, coming at you with another deck profile. I'm going to hopefully start doing more frequent profiles, do some more stuff with the channel so I can, get more stuff out there. So I'm going to start off with the deck I've been playing. I'm having a lot of fun, having a lot of success with it. It's the 3-Axis Fire Fist, as you can tell. So I'll just jump into it, explain everything, and just explain how awesome this deck has been playing. So first off is 3 Spirit. Spirit's the main tuner of the deck. When you normal it, you get to special summon a level 3 fire with 200 or less defense. It's just really awesome, leads to a lot of really good plays. Only downside is it can only sync for Beast Warrior tuner or synchros, but you can still exceed for anything, and this is a really good card. Second, we have 3 Leopard. Leopard is probably the fastest card in the deck for the Fire Fist, just because it searches for any of the spell and traps. Only downside is the 0 attack, but you normal it or special it, you just tribute it off. It's a target for Spirit, rekindle target, really awesome. Next, we have 2 Hawk. Hawk's effect is while you control a face-up fire formation card, all Fire Fists gain 500 attack and defense, and when it's sent from destroyed on the field by battle or card effect sent to the grave, you get to set a spell from your deck. Really awesome card. I've seen a lot of deck profiles that have people running Raven. I don't see the point in Raven because, Raven, protects your face-up fire formation cards. So, if you had, Tensons or something, it would make sense. But for this deck, normally it's after you go into Tensu and Tinky and you started your plays and your field control, there's really no point to have those face-up anymore. Hawk's just better because you draw it first turn, you can set it. It's 1500. It gets sent. You get to set your Tinky and get to go off on it next turn. Or you go into Horse Prince, bring out him, get Horse Prince beefy, get over a lot of stuff. And plus, when there's if you go Tinky, search something, but just set him for that turn, they attack into it, 2000 wall. Just a good card. Love the Hawk. Next, we got, obviously, because it's Fire Fist, 3 of the Bears. Bear's just an awesome card. It's not a Fire Fist deck unless you're running Bear. Next, I got 1 Gorilla. Gorilla, I've never wanted to go out of Gorilla for some reason. It's always a good option to go into. Just okay, throw Gorilla, pop your back row. If it's boosted with Hawk, you can attack and destroy stuff and actually get his effect off. Plus, it allows for some extra 4 exceeds in the game, so it's definitely helpful. Then we have 3 Blaster. Blaster's just it's too good. All the E-Dragons are awesome. A little bit broken, but Blaster is awesome with this deck just because you always will have fires in the grave. It adds the effect of the pop, but it's just it's a big beater you can just throw out there to maybe draw out the bottomless, draw out some of the big cards to protect your other plays from going off. Then we run 2 Burners. I've had a lot of people show a lot of hate for Burner in this deck because they think that he's too much of a dead card. I think that he's awesome. He's a target for Rekindling, target for Spirit, target for Horse Prince, and plus, you draw him first turn. Same thing for Blaster. You drop him, and then your other fire, get that Blaster from deck. It's going to draw, some kind of back row, or it allows you to go into a lot of other plays. I've liked Burner. He's really helped out. And then to round out the monsters, I've done 2 Max C. Definitely draw power in this deck is needed. Even with the Tinkies and everything, it still needs a little speed. And when you play, someone you know is going to special summon a lot, you can drop a Max C early. You can prevent them from maybe doing a play because they don't want you to, draw a card or draw a couple cards. Or if someone's, it just allows you to go deeper through the deck. I'm looking at taking him out. There's another version I kind of want to run that can special in some of the other rank 4s, but for right now he's in there. So on to spells. Obviously we run 3 Tinkies. Searcher of the deck, everyone knows Tinky. We got 2 Tensu. That extra normal's really awesome, especially with Leopard and spirit, because you tribute your leopard, get your Tensu normal, get your extra normal on your spirit, and you can just go into a lot of extra plays. So it's really good. We run 2 Rekindling. Rekindling's just still one of the most broke cards in the game. Just special summon all 200 defense fires. No cost. You can sink, exceed, no downside to it. It's just mass special summon. It's really good for those big push plays that you want to go for, or I've looked at it as sometimes it's just like a Monster Reborn. If you need to get one of your leopard or your spirit onto the field, you just drop into Rekindling, you can get it out there, and you can go into some other plays, so it's been big. Then we run 2 MSTs for the back row hate. 1 Heavy Storm, 1 Dark Hole, 1 Monster Reborn, basic Trinity. 1 Pot of Duality to stop then the spells. Just as I said, extra draw power goes into the consistency, really helps out in the deck. Now we're going to go to traps. We've got the Solemn Duo, we've got Warning and Judgment. Enough said. Hate Judgment's cost, but can never go away from Judgment. We got 2 Bottomless, because they're bottomless. 2 Compulses. This format, and I even think the next format, Compulse is just such a good card. The plus, like if they're going to destroy a monster that you control, like if I have a blaster on field and I want to get in a hand to pop a card, you know, I can compulse it. If I have my bear, they're going to destroy my bear on field, I can compulse it back. Or especially against their monsters, they go into an exceed, bounce it back. They go into a big monster that you just want to slow them down, compulse it. It's just awesome card. Always love it. Saves me more than hurts me. Then we got 2 Torrential for, you know, those people who got to spam. Got to shut them down. Got 1 Mirror Force, and then 1 Starlight Road. So that's just the basic deck. It runs really consistent. At our locals, I've topped the last 2 with this. I've just been getting a lot of experience with it on Dueling Network. I mean, it's still like, it has trouble against E-Dragons, but then again, who doesn't have trouble against E-Dragons? But for everything else, it just goes into those big plays and pushes really well because of the extra deck. So we'll just go into the extra deck. To lead off the MVP, we got the 2 Horse Prince. Horse Prince is just ridiculously good. Bring him out, get the special summon a level 3 fire from your deck. Always gonna go until Chicken comes out. Gonna go into the Hawk, get him boosted. I mean, if you have 1 on the field, he's gonna be at 28 when you bring your Hawk out. If you have a Tinky and a Tensu, he's gonna be at 29. So it gets over a lot of big things. Normally makes people then want to target and destroy Hawk so they can get rid of him easier. So then you get Hawk's effect. You can do a lot of other stuff. So just Horse Prince is too good. And then the other synchro is Stardust for the Starlight Road. Then we got the 1 rank 7 Gaia Charger. I don't have Dragosac or Big Eye. Don't really want to spend the money on it since I'm not going to Nationals, and since there's probably a chance it might get reprinted, so why have a over $100 card that you might lose? Gaia Charger's just been awesome. I go into them, if you open Burner of Fire and then a Blaster, you can go into them. That's just, and I've kept it just for the fact that I occasionally can go into it. The fact he pierces is really good. I run 1/6, I run Strike Bouncer. If for some reason, you know, I go in first turn, bring him out. Next turn I can go to the loop again and bring out the other Horse Prince. Normally the easiest thing to do is just, you know, exceed, go into your Strike Bouncer, stop effects. Just really good. Normally against those random matchups that you have, it's nice to go into him. He's just really good. To the 4s, got 1 Tiger King, because Tiger King's Tiger King. And then a Cardinal, because Cardinal is probably the best exceed that they have. Just the fact that you go into him more than you think. You search for your bear, you get your gorilla. I'm looking to go into try to make a hybrid between 4-axis and 3-axis and throw in a dragon just so I can go into Cardinal more, because just Cardinal Cardinal can just shut down your opponent. Clear 2 back row, clear their monster, destroy their grave. Just really shuts them down. And plus the 22 defense is normally a pretty good wall. Then we got the 1 Cowboy, the 1 Dweller. And then now we're going to go into the rank 3s. We've got a Lion Emperor. If you don't know his effect, not many people do. It's you detach a material and then target a Fire Fist monster in your grave and add it to your hand. You just can't normal summon it for the rest of the turn. So with him, normally what I'll do is I'll go into Horse Prince, and if you have that Rekindling, you go into him, use his effect, add Spirit back to your hand, and then that way your next turn you can start going into more plays. I only run the 1. He's 22 attack, so he's pretty beefy, still really good. It's a pretty good monster. You have the 1. I go into him a couple times, and he helps me out. Then we got an Acid Golem for just the extra beef. I hate going into him, but occasionally you just need a big beefy monster that will help shut your opponent down. Then I run the 1 Temtempo, because Temtempo's good. A Zenmaines, Leviathan Dragon, and then Mazi Rhythm. He is just like, everyone always gets shocked when I go into him. He is just, his effect, obviously double his attack during the damage step, so he becomes a 3K. Normally can get over those big monsters, just, attack, double the attack. Definitely helps out in those bad situations. But absolutely love them. So there's the deck. Comment, subscribe, put any posts of what you want me to see me make or anything you want to see me do. I'm thinking I'm going to do some videos about, some cards, some decide deck choices, and things like that. So I'm signing off here.